What's happening in France at the moment is absolutely crazy. I thought this was a thing of the past, but you know what? Things seem to be getting worse and worse on a national level. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it. So let me bring this to you today because it's absolutely insane. We're going to talk, oh gosh, we're going to talk about politics, aren't we? Not really, because it is the government. These are the lawmakers. They set the budget in France and it's in absolute shambles, all right? So this needs to be talked about. Now, this news article came out just yesterday and the title reads, France risks ending year without budget as former Macron ally Philippe pulls support. And it's accompanied by a rather colourful quote from another minister. So that's right. For anyone who doesn't know, a budget is basically what the country of France is going to spend the people's money on, the tax money, what we're going to spend it on for the year and all that stuff. All right. And the fact that this Philippe character has pulled support means that the budget set by the Prime Minister cannot be voted in with confidence, okay? Now, the thing is, this Philippe gentleman says that the bill that wants to be passed, this budget, doesn't do enough to cut the budget deficit. So for anyone who doesn't know, France is in debt. I've even seen some news article calling France the new sick man of Europe. It's quite crazy. But I want to take a step back because this isn't new, is it? The shambles that's going on in France. At the start of Macron's second term as president, I'm sure you all know Emmanuel Macron, it started quite smoothly with a Prime Minister named Elizabeth Borne, and she lasted from 16th of May 2022 till the 9th of January 2024. So she did quite well as Prime Minister. Her government lasted 1 year, 7 months and 24 days. Well done. But unfortunately, it fell amid deep divisions in Macron's coalition over a controversial immigration bill and resulting ministerial resignations. So she put through a bill changing some immigration laws, making it tougher to immigrate to France for certain categories of people. Notably, if you are a foreigner who's not within the EU, so a non-EU citizen, but you have residency in France, you want a family member or your spouse to immigrate to France to join you in this glorious nation. Well, those rules were toughened by her, by that government. It was quite controversial, so she ended up resigning, I guess. Or she got the boot, whatever you want to call it, but we'll keep it nice and say she resigned. And then, from the 9th of January 2024 until the 5th of September 2024, the Atal government began, and the Prime Minister, Gabriel Atal, he lasted 7 months and 27 days. Not too bad, still over 6 months. We'll give him some props. But he lost legitimacy after the 2024 snap election, which was called by Macron due to an EU parliamentary thing. We won't get into it too much because I don't want to go on for ages about this. It produced a hung parliament, so he was unable to secure a stable majority, so he's gone. Because if you don't have a stable majority, you can't pass any laws, you can't pass your budget, and then the government doesn't really serve too much of a purpose, okay? Because there's a yearly budget, in case you don't know. Same in every country, almost. So yeah, 7 months, 27 days for that government. And that's the second government in Macron's current term as president. Now, the third government in Macron's term as president lasted 3 months and 8 days. Have you noticed they're getting shorter and shorter? It's insane. That was led by Prime Minister Michel Barnier. And after those 3 months and 8 days, it was overthrown by Parliament via a no confidence vote after using Article 49.3 to push through controversial budget measures. So he was trying to force through the budget using a law which kind of overwrote the people who vote in the National Assembly, or the ministers and all that. So he was ousted by the parliament. And then the fourth government, my gosh, there's so many governments, this is insane. The fourth government in Macron's current election term went for 8 months and 27 days, and actually that's not too bad. And that was led by Prime Minister François Bayrou, pardon me. And he was, we did a video about him before when he got ousted, because he tried to push through a really kind of unpopular budget to really tackle the national deficit. And it was a bit too much. He wanted to ban a couple of national holidays, like remove them completely. And a lot of people were not happy, especially the people of France. That government fell when the Assembly rejected his confidence vote. So they basically triggered an aggressive austerity and budget cuts that alienated nearly all parties. That's what that government did. I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to read through it as quickly as possible, okay, to not make this video too long. And then that was government number 4. Government, this is where it gets crazy. Government number 5, right, started on the 9th of September 2025. And it technically lasted, this is under Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu, pardon me, Cornu, I don't know, Lecornu. There we go, we got there in the end. Officially lasted 27 days. But the cabinet itself, so when he selected what ministers were going to be in the government, after announcing who is in the cabinet, the government, the whole thing collapsed, or he resigned after just 14 hours of announcing his cabinet. So that's the shortest government in French history, or the history of the Fifth Republic of France at least. So congratulations to him at least for setting that record. Well done, well done. Yeah, the cabinet sparked immediate backlash. Coalition allies withdrew support, leaving him unable to govern, prompting resignation before any real work began. But all is not lost for Sébastien Lecornu, because just 4 days later, President Emmanuel Macron called on him once again and said, no, you should be Prime Minister, try again. To which Sebastian kindly accepted the President's call on him to try again, out of a sense of duty. Wow, how fantastic. There you go. And that's what brings us to today. He's tried to pass that budget in the last couple of days, and his allies in the Assembly, National Assembly, are once again withdrawing support, which means France can't push through a new budget with all of the, how to tackle the mounting national deficit, as they say. So France is in shambles, okay, and it has been for the last, I'd say roughly since beginning of 2024 is when it really went downhill. So we are technically on our 6th government, if you count the first attempt by Sébastien Lecornu. I honestly hope things turn around and they can come up with some way to tackle France's rising debt. But this is the reality of the situation. The people of France who have to go to work 5 days a week, 6 days a week in some cases, they are already taxed like up to here, up to their eyeballs. French people have the highest tax burden in the world. It's not fair to keep squeezing them for more and more, in my humble opinion, all right? And it's sad to see, it's insane. So I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. The government doesn't know what's going to happen. But it is quite interesting because, it's quite a big deal, all right? And I don't think anyone's talking about it. So this government could collapse once again. And then what? I don't know. I do not know. But what it does do is push France, the people of France. It makes them more frustrated, more annoyed that there is constant inaction from the existing government. And well, it pushes them in a certain direction, which we might potentially see a shift in the next presidential election in 2027 towards a certain political party, which we won't get into in this video because this video is already like 10 minutes long, 11 minutes long. So just wanted to let you know, France is in shambles. We're on our 6th government now in this presidential term. It's insane. It's not normal. It's unprecedented. But hopefully it comes to an end for the sake of the people of France. That's it. Little news update. How lovely. Gonna love you and leave you now. Hope you like the new background. Just visiting a few friends. See you in the next video, which happens to be very soon. Tomorrow, hopefully, but we'll see. Let me know in the comment section what you think about France. In shambles. My gosh. Bye for now.